Hello and welcome to the Pretentious Gamer. As always, I am your host, Monty LaDouche. Today we will be discussing video gaming's greatest love letter to communism. I'm speaking, of course, of that paragon of socialist virtues, Mario. Mario, a man with two first names, a man of the people, a plumber and sometimes carpenter by trade, a member of the proletariat or working classes, to use the crude vernacular. Note the red overalls. A working man's utilitarian garment, good for both repairing toilets and stomping evil turtles to death. But what of its color? Why does Mario wear red? Isn't it likely that Mario wears red for the blood of his fellow workers? For all those carpenters and plumbers who died fighting the aristocracy and the bourgeoisie. And then there is his mustache. Doesn't it bear a remarkable resemblance to that of Stalin? Mario's only ally is his brother Luigi Mario, a man that shares his love of Soviet-style facial hair. Now, Luigi dresses in green, clearly symbolic of the Green Movement and its tendencies towards nature-based socialism, as well as its alliance with Marxist-style socialism. And like the Green Movement, Luigi clearly gets the short end of the stick in this partnership. Though unlike the modern Green Movement, it's not because he's a bunch of smelly, dirty hippies. Now, what is Mario's goal? To rescue the Princess Peach. The name Peach, of course, is a reference to fertility, and after a cursory playthrough, one might assume that this is merely a romantic interest driven by the human need to procreate and the fear of being alone. While that's certainly a part of what drives the pugilistic plumber to battle his betters, it ignores one of the key symbolic elements, i.e. that Peach is a princess. This means that by rescuing, and we must assume entering a romantic relationship with her, Mario not only wishes to fulfill his basic needs for family and companionship, but also elevate himself into the upper classes. But wait, his princess is in another castle. Why is that, you ask, dumbfounded by your own ignorance? Simple, it represents the futility of his quest, and that no matter what he does, no matter how many turtles he stomps or bricks he punches, the upper class will never let him join them. Speaking of the upper classes, let's take a moment to look at his antagonists. The first obstacle Mario ever had to overcome was Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong stands on top of a half-constructed skyscraper wearing his tie. Now clearly he represents the bourgeoisie and big business. Note the tie. Now in his first outing, Donkey Kong was the enemy of Mario, and in the next he was his prisoner, and Donkey Kong's son, the aptly named Donkey Kong Jr., had to save him from Mario. This represents how the middle class and the lower class are constantly set against each other, so they ignore their real enemy, the aristocracy as represented by King Koopa. Now King Koopa, or Bowser as he is called, and his brood of inbred half-wits, known as the Koopa Kids, clearly represent the aristocracy. What is Bowser? Well, firstly, he is a king, the highest form of aristocrat. He's also a giant dinosaur turtle dragon thing. Now dinosaurs, like the aristocracy, are relics of the past, and somewhat prone to dying out at the drop of a hat. Turtles, of course, are known for their lack of speed and adaptations, more traits common with the aristocrats. Dragons, of course, are old symbols of power and conquest, the traditional occupation of the nobility, occupations Bowser engages in using his own army of stormtroopers. The Koopa Troopers, a fanatically loyal army so dedicated they have been known to keep marching forward even off the side of cliffs. Now what does Koopa use his fanatical army for? To invade the Mushroom Kingdom and kidnap the princess. Now this is clearly representative of the expansionistic and militaristic tendencies of the monarchy, but the more interesting part of this is that he kidnaps the Princess Peach. We already discussed how Peach is a symbol of fertility, but what is fertility? The answer is reproduction, and what is reproduction if not another word for production? so Bowser is seizing the means of production, which Mario and his brother must then liberate and return to the Mushroom people, clearly examples of the uneducated peasant class in an agrarian society, and thusly usher in a socialist utopia. Some of you might say, but Monty, it's just a game, aren't you reading too much into this? To which I say, poppycock, sir, poppycock. Questions, comments, suggestions for future videos, or just want to express your undying love for Monty? Email us at the address below.